being halted everywhere. Will the coaching staff rely on tape heavily for recruiting? And does this also give us advantage with low-key gems?
We'll see. So the NCAA extended the dead period through the end of June. So there's no camps, no on-campus visitations, nothing like that. Still, all the way through June 30th now. As of a release, I think that was today is Saturday. It was like Thursday, I want to say, that they fully extended that. So that means that all your typical summer camps, your team camps, your individual camps at schools, the whole satellite camp thing where, all these things that we're talking about, usually the month of June is that month for all of those. That's dead. Now, that's gone. Obviously, schools everywhere, not just Miami, but across the nation, you have to rely on all the evals that you've already done. So if you got to see a kid in person during this year, great. And that could be, again, as an underclassman, you're there scouting a senior at Palmetto, and you're there scouting Cornelius Nunn, who went to Syracuse, and then you see all these guys, the Brashard Smiths, the Jason Marshalls, the Corey Colliers, Leonard Taylor, and Savion Collins, 4- and 5-star players all. So if you go there for the one guy who was in the 2020 class, you see all these other 2021s, great, cool, all right. You're going to rely on that. You're going to rely on the film. You're going to rely on everything that you have, whatever notes you have, your camps from last year, things like that. I know it's been reported that Miami is looking back through the film from Paradise Camp the last couple of years because you had all these underclassmen who showed up to those events. So you're going to look at those things when they're working with your drill, with your coaches, all those kind of things. So yeah, all of any notes that you have, whether it's a game that you went to that the coach was at evaluating, other notes from other events, film, on-campus event, whatever you have, that's what you're going to have to rely on right now. And I've seen that a lot of high school players are posting current verified videos. So they'll have their dad get their height and weight thing. I saw somebody actually, and it's a really ingenious idea, went to Publix to get on the scale there, like in the entryway, which, hey, you got to do what you got to do. Like I personally, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I have a scale in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't.
Exactly. So what are you going to do? Boom. I'm going to go to Publix. I'm going to stand on there. We know that that's good within like maybe a pound and a half. Boom. I'm going to do that. You got a little, tape measure or whatever, doing things like that. So you can say, okay, cool. Like if you're thinking, like there's a kid in the class of 2023 who's going to be a 5-star, so he's probably not going to come to Miami. His name is Brandon Ennis. He goes to university school. He's a wide receiver. He's incredible. Recruiting sites still have him listed at 5'11", 160. So he went and did one of those. He's like, I'm trying to tell y'all I'm 6'1", 183 pounds. So he's doing those things. So you're getting all these kind of other current updates to the physical stature maybe of guys. But yeah, you're going to have to rely on the work that you've already done in terms of evaluating players. The only way, to the other part of your question, JT Love, is if for Miami to have an advantage in terms of local players, that means that Miami will have needed to see them. You know what I mean? So could it give a little advantage? Yeah. Should it? Reasonably. But it's incumbent upon Miami to have done that legwork. So if you're talking about an undervalued or a local gem recruit, as I've dusted off the PS3 and I'm back playing NCAA 14, you do scouting and you get that little green gem next to the thing because you think a guy's a 72 and he ends up being a 79 or 80 rating overall as a recruit. Cool. One of those guys locally, a 3-star who ends up as a 4-star or 5-star caliber guy. Did you see him? Did you evaluate him? Did you get him on campus? Have you spoken to him when you did a coach visit to the school? When you went to the school and you were talking to the coach, did he say, hey, Mark, thanks for coming by. I know that you're looking at this guy. I know you're looking at this guy. You should really look at Jason Jones. Jason Jones, he plays da-da-da-da. Did you have that conversation? Have you done that legwork? Is that connection already built? Now, if it is, then it will give you that advantage because, yeah, you've already been there. You've already talked about that. You've already seen him. And so then as opposed to other teams from out of state or elsewhere, even in the state of Florida. If you have that connection and that knowledge already, then you're ahead of the game. But if you're not, then it probably doesn't matter. And the other thing is the proliferation of digital recruit film has changed the game. What's up, AJ? Has changed the game in terms of evaluation, in terms of this kind of a thing. Because before, back when I was in college, the early 2000s, like even getting into that whole the aughts, 2000 to 2010, maybe even a little bit further, you could have a guy who you knew here who wasn't known everywhere else. But now with social media and with Huddle, a link goes out and everybody can see that film. So what advantage do you really have? So that's a short story long to say that I hope that Miami could have a connection with a guy or two, but also, like I've talked about before, especially like a cornerback. Oh yeah, and Mike Rumpf just missed on Tarvarish Dawson, who's going to Auburn, and I saw that the timeline was lighting him on fire yesterday for yet another 4-star caliber recruit going elsewhere early in the cycle. But hey, no, I mean it's basically just if you haven't already done the work, then there's not going to be that connection, and if you're not already in advance and in front of things, then the digital film will let other people connect with those guys in a way where the advantage locally might be mitigated some.